My name's Larry Bassford, and we've met before, right? I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to speak loud enough so these ladies and gentlemen over here can hear you, the judge up there can hear you, and the court reporter, okay? All right. Would you tell us your name?
Amber Carnley.
Would you maybe get that microphone a little closer to you? I know that you've got a soft voice there. Thank you. What do your friends call you?
Amber.
Amber, all right. Amber, where do you live?
In Alabama.
Who do you live with in Alabama?
My mom.
And what city? Do you know your address? Okay. What city do you live in? Where do you go to school?
Vicksburg.
Okay. And your mom, what's her name?
Amy.
Okay. Who is your dad?
Alan.
Alan Carnley? What grade are you in?
6th.
Now, just a few minutes ago, the lady placed you under oath. You understand what it means to tell the truth, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you're in the 6th grade. What's your teacher's name?
Miss Childs.
What's your favorite subject there in class?
History.
It's not math, I understand. Is that right?
No.
Now, are you a cheerleader there at school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long have you lived up there in Alabama with your mother?
About 2 years.
Okay. Your dad, where does he live?
In Florida.
In Esto, Florida? Did you ever used to live in the home that he lives in there in Esto?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then your mom and dad got a divorce, is that correct? Now, back last summer, who was living in that home with your dad?
Amanda, my dad, Adrianna, AJ, me, and Michael.
Okay. Did you spend most of the summer with your dad last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Al and Michael? Would he go and come over and stay quite a bit of time at your Aunt Penny's house? Okay.
Amber, if you would, when you're asked a question, if you'll answer yes or no instead of nodding your head, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So, in the summertime, can you tell us what your dad's work schedule was?
It was like
Would he work during the daytime or at night?
in the daytime.
Right. What about Amanda's work schedule? Would she work at day or in the night?
During the night.
Did she work at a nursing home then? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. Now, would there be times when no one was at home, none of the adults were at home? Well, let me ask you this question. Did you ever have to babysit Adrianna and AJ?
Well, she didn't tell me I had to, but she would be asleep because she worked at night, so I would just watch sometimes.
You didn't like really having to do that too much, did you? Okay,
Yes, sir.
because you're 12. When did you turn 12?
Last year, November 2nd.
Okay, so you turned 12 right before AJ turned 7 then. Okay. Now, last summer, do you remember when your dad and Amanda got that pool?
Not really.
Okay. Did they have the pool while you were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you get to go swimming in that pool?
Only went swimming in it like once.
All right. Did you ever see Adrianna go swimming in that pool?
No, sir.
And how was Adrianna around the pool or around water?
When we went to a river or something, she would go swimming, but when we were like at a pool, she wouldn't go in the pool.
All right. Did you ever see her in that pool there at your mom and dad's?
Yes, sir.
There at your dad and Amanda's place?
No, sir.
I understand that there were a couple of occasions where before your dad got that pool, you and your dad went up to your Aunt Penny Martin's pool, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see Adrianna go in that pool?
I think like once.
Who was there on that occasion?
Me, my dad, Adrianna, AJ, and Amanda.
How did Adrianna act in that pool?
She looked kind of scared. I mean, she would always hang on the ladder.
She always stayed on the ladder? Did you see Amanda interacting with Adrianna in the pool on that occasion? That's a bad word. Let me change that around, okay? Did you see Adrianna and her mother doing anything in the pool together on that occasion?
No, sir.
Okay. Did Amanda try to get Adrianna to swim up there?
Yes, sir.
Right. And how did Adrianna react to that? What did Adrianna do?
She started crying.
What did Amanda do when Adrianna started crying?
She just told her to be calm.
Okay. Did she ever grab her and threaten to let go of her?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, I mean, she was just kicking and screaming, and Amanda would tell her to relax, and, you know, she would try to put her on her back to teach her how to float, but Adrianna kept on crying and kicking, and Amanda just told her to stop, and if she didn't stop, she would just, like, dunk her. And
Okay. Was your dad there when that happened?
Yes, sir.
And AJ, was he there?
Yes, sir.
How did Adrianna react? What did she do?
I think she stopped crying, but I think she was still kind of scared.
What type of little girl was Adrianna? Did she mind all the time, or did she get in trouble?
She got in trouble a lot.
A lot? How was she disciplined?
She'd get sent to her room.
She would get grounded in her room?
Yes, sir.
How long would she have to stay in her room?
I don't know.
Have you ever said that she got in trouble almost every day?
Yes, sir.
And Amanda made her stay in her room all of the time?
Not all the time. She wouldn't get in trouble like every day, but most times she did.
Would she be grounded to her room sometimes for almost all day long?
Yes, sir.
Did Adrianna take any medicine that you knew of?
Oh, yeah, Amanda told me about it, but I don't know when she took it.
Okay. How did Adrianna's room smell?
Nasty.
Adrianna, she wasn't potty trained at that time last summer, was she?
I mean, she would go to the bathroom, but sometimes she wouldn't.
Sometimes she would pee in her pants. When you say nasty, did the room smell like pee, like urine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And AJ, he sometimes would go pee in his pants too, wouldn't he?
Yes, sir.
Now, last summer, did Adrianna and AJ have a lot of toys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you recall that something happening to those toys?
If they get in trouble, she would throw them away, or she would ground them from her.
Okay. When you say throw them away, what do you mean? You mean throw them in the garbage, take them away, throw them in the garbage?
I think so.
When did you return to your mother's house last summer? Do you know?
No, sir.
Well, back on the day that Adrianna drowned in the pool, that was August the 8th, is what we've been told. You were not living with your dad then, were you?
No, sir.
You were not at that house that day, were you?
No, sir.
Do you remember when you went back to your mom? Was it like a day before, or maybe a few days before, or a week or so, or do you even remember?
No, sir.
All right, you just were not there that day. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you were staying there at your dad's at the end of last summer, when he had the pool, did you ever see Adrianna get in that pool or to ask to get in the pool?
No, sir.
Did you ever see her playing there at the pool?
They would play around it.
Around it? What would they do?
They would like throw a ball for each other and catch it. Sometimes they would let in the pool and they'd try to get it out, but
They would do what?
they'd try to get it out.
Okay, how would they do that?
I'm not sure. They just
Okay, walk up to the pool and try to get it out? Were there any rules about that pool when the children could be around it, when you could be around it, or when Adrianna and AJ could be around it?
I don't know.
Did you ever see Adrianna try to clean bugs out of that pool?
No, sir.
How about AJ? Did you ever see him try to clean bugs out of that pool?
No, sir.
Who would clean the pool, the bugs out when it needed cleaning?
My dad or Amanda.
Just a couple of more questions. When you said that you saw him trying to get the ball out of there, was that Adrianna trying to get it out, or was that AJ trying to get it out?
I don't remember.
All right. If you looked at a summary of the statement that you gave the officers, do you think that might refresh your memory if you looked at something on there? Okay. If I could approach them. Just take a moment. Look at this right here, read that, and then if that refreshes your memory. Does that refresh your memory?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who had tried to get the ball out?
AJ.
Okay. AJ's wagon, where did that usually stay?
In the woods most times. or
Over there
around
on the side of
house.
the, excuse me?
It would stay around the house or in the woods where you'd play at.
Okay. Thank you. Those are our questions.
Mr. Smith?
One question. Amber, you said that one time you were at your Aunt Penny's pool and Amanda was trying to teach Adrianna how to swim.
Yes, sir.
And AJ was there.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that right? And you said that Amanda tried to calm her down, and then she said something to the fact, if you don't calm down, I'm going to dunk you.
Yes, sir.
That's what you heard?
Yes, sir.
And where was AJ?
He was playing with our uncle or my dad.
Was he nearby when that was said?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, but he was in the pool when that was said.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long before Adrianna drowned did this incident occur at your Aunt Penny's pool, where you say Amanda said, stop it or I'll dunk you?
I don't know.
Was it that summer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was it after your dad bought the blue pool and put it up there in the backyard? You
It was
think it was
before.
around that? It was before that. Okay. So, and how long do you remember the blue pool being up there?
Just a couple of months
A couple of months?
or weeks.
A couple of weeks? Either
I'm not
one.
sure.
Okay. So at some point, you and your cousin, well, not really your cousins, but AJ and Adrianna are swimming in your Aunt Penny's pool. And then your dad gets the blue pool and sets it up at the house there.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. And the incident at Aunt Penny's pool happened, what, a couple of weeks or a few weeks, or can you give us any estimate on that time frame?
I don't really know.
Okay, all right, well, thank you.
Mr. Bass?
Just going to ask you a few more questions. You're doing fine. Just don't be nervous. You've never testified in a courtroom, have you?
No, sir.
Have you even been in a courtroom before today?
No, sir.
All right. Some of these people have never been in one before this week either, maybe, okay? Now, let's go back to this time up at your Aunt Penny's pool. Aunt Penny lives where?
In Graceville?
In Graceville, okay. Adrianna didn't even want to get in the water that day, did she?
No, sir.
Who forced her to get in the water?
Amanda?
And you said she was trying to teach her how to swim,
Yes.
but Adrianna was nowhere close to learning how to swim, was she?
No, sir.
All right. Do you remember, would your memory about this, what happened last summer at the pool, would that be better in October or August of last year than it would be today, some 8-9 months later?
I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Last summer, do you remember talking to the police officers about this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. And was that closer in time to the events than now?
I think so.
Okay. Do you remember when you were talking to the police about this swimming event up at your aunt's place?
Yes, sir.
Telling them that Amanda had forced Adrianna to get in the pool, and she grabbed her and threatened to let go of her and let her drown. Do you remember telling the officers that?
Yes, sir, but I meant to say dunk instead of
Okay,
drown.
you meant to say dunk. All right. You said drown, but you meant to say dunk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Adrianna was screaming.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you see Amanda dunk her that day?
Yes, sir.
How did she dunk her?
I don't know. I mean, she just
Ma'am?
let her go and pulled her right back up.
Okay. All right. But that was before your dad got his pool.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now you're 12 years old,
Yes, sir.
and you've done your best to tell us the truth today.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you get words mixed up, like drown and dunk, but you meant to say dunk back then, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mr. Smith?
Anything else?
Okay. Amber, thank you for coming, and you can go back down, and I guess you can go back to school too. Okay? Mr. Smith, you may inquire.
Good morning. Tell us your name, please.
Bridgette Sanders.
Okay, maybe slide that, or come a little bit closer to that microphone for us if you could. And where do you live, Miss Sanders?
In Wicksburg, Alabama.
Okay. Do you know Amanda Lewis?
I do.
And how do you know her?
I married into her family. My husband is her cousin.
Okay, so you know Alan Carnley?
Yes, sir.
You know him through Amanda?
Yes, sir.
You know where he lives in Esto?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to his house?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to the house after the family had acquired a blue swimming pool and set it up in the backyard?
Yes, sir.
Have you been in the pool swimming there?
Yes, sir.
Do you know about when that was? How many weeks or days before the drowning that you had been to the swimming pool?
2 weekends before the drowning, I believe.
So 2 weekends before the drowning, you were there, and who else was there in the swimming pool?
My husband, myself, my son, Amanda, Adrianna, AJ, and one of my husband's friends.
So it sounded like the pool was full that day. Did you get to observe how Adrianna reacted in the pool?
Yes, sir.
How did she play in the pool, if she did play in the pool?
Well, she swam the whole time we were there. I say swam. She was in the water the whole time we were there. She never moved away from the side of the pool. She always either held on to the side of the pool or held on to the ladder. She would play with her brother some and my son some, but still she would have one hand holding on to the side of the pool. There was one time that my son and her brother AJ kept going underwater and swimming, and you could tell that she wanted to try to do what they were doing, but at the same time she was scared to let go, and so she got my attention and her mother's attention and was going to go underwater as the two boys were doing. And when she did, she was holding on to the ladder, and she said, "Mama and Aunt Gidget, look." And so we were talking, and we looked over there at her, and she went underwater, but she never put her head completely underwater. She would only go about halfway, and her mouth would stay wide open. And when she'd go under, she'd come back up like she almost couldn't breathe, and she wasn't even underwater half a second. I mean, it was just under and up, and she was hassling and just kind of, like she was gasping for air, and you could tell she wasn't underwater long enough to,
Did she just try that one time, or did she repeat the effort over and over again?
She did do that a couple of times.
And every time she put her head under the water, would her mouth be open?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she never got comfortable putting her head in the water.
No, sir.
Did she try to dog paddle or swim at all while you saw her?
No, sir.
Okay, so she stood in the pool and would play, but you never saw her swim,
No, sir.
and she was unable to hold her head underwater, but just for a few seconds.
If that long.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bassett?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Larry Bassford. I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? Now, when Adrianna was in the water, she could stand up, couldn't she?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the pool wasn't that deep, was it, ma'am?
I don't know how many feet, but she could well stand up.
Can you give us an idea, show us on your body how high the water came up to her, if you remember?
If I remember, I want to say from maybe here up.
Was it out of the water?
Yes, sir.
And even when she would go underwater and dunk herself, she would just like go down like this. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Even when she would do that, when she came up, she might be coughing, but she would stand up and grab hold of the pool or the ladder, right?
I don't know if she was standing up. Sometimes when she'd hold on to the ladder, she'd kind of let her feet dangle a little bit, but the majority of the time I remember her standing up.
Okay. But I'm talking about when she would go underwater and just take her own head under the water, like squat down or jump in the water like that. She would come. How you said she would come up and she was like coughing or whatever. Well,
She
what would
was
she
standing.
do? She would stand up. She would stand up, and then she would be right herself, and she was okay, right?
Yes, sir. After a few seconds, she was fine.
Okay. I mean, you didn't have to go pull her out of the water, or her mother didn't have to go pull her out of the water, did you?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, you will agree with me that from the way that she behaved around the water on that day when you were there, she being Adrianna, she was afraid of the water, wasn't she?
Can you rephrase that? Afraid to go underwater or afraid to be in the water?
Well, I wasn't there, ma'am. Was she afraid of the water, or was she afraid to go under the water? You tell us.
She was not afraid of the water, no.
Okay. But she was afraid to go under the water.
Yes.
All right. And you saw her playing all around the pool? I know you said primarily she stayed by the ladder or around the edges of the pool, but you saw her move about that entire pool while you were there the couple of weeks before, right?
She did move around the pool.
Okay. And she was able to stand up all the way around, even at the deepest end of that pool, wasn't she?
Yes, sir.
And just so I have this understood correctly in my mind, ma'am, when she would go under the water, she would come up and she would be coughing sometimes. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But then she would be able to right herself, and then she would go back either to the ladder or the side of the pool. Is that right?
She never let go.
Okay. All right. Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Smith?
Nothing further.